today, I want to expand this area. And what's more lively than a village with villagers? So in this episode, I'm gonna revamp the first village that we met in this world. Because after defeating the dragon in the first video, I honestly haven't taken care of it. It looks completely destroyed. Welcome to Survival Reorigin. Just like we did in the previous episode, we need to clean up this area a little bit. But before I forget, gonna do this, we go back. And yes, we're gonna make maps. The next one over here, cartography table, and I think if you put a crystal here, perfect. Let's lock the map. We're gonna do this, and there we go. A map of the zone before we change it. So we can at least look back on the memories of the zone before we changed it. Now, we're ready. Without further ado, let's begin. Trees chopped. Oh, look at the cute zombie. Now let's get rid of the houses. The houses have been taken care of. And it's ironic because I want to build a house filled with life. And well, what I just did was eradicate it. And with such a big project, it's never good to be spontaneous. So first I'm gonna plan it all out and then I'll show you how I'll do it. First, I'm gonna take advantage of this pond to make a small river with a lake at the top. Obviously, the river is gonna need a little bridge that will come all the way from our original base. And then where the village starts is gonna be a dead end. I'm gonna put a lot of houses around it. And from the middle, there'll be a few exits. The first one is the top zone, another one going down until you reach the dock. Over here, a little watchtower. I think I should make some sort of building to block the sugarcane farm. We could change the entire coast, like some walls, to firmly mark where the dock starts. Another bridge over the river that will lead up to a lighthouse. I know it looks ugly, but you get it. Over here, I plan on putting tons of crops in the open areas that are missing. And that's the end product. Clear as water, don't you think? I think the best place to start is with the river, since it's gonna mark a lot of the buildings that are gonna be around it. Well, with that, the base for the river is done. And I'm exhausted. I know I don't look like it, but those 15 seconds, I spent an hour making. Now it's time for the Sufferfest. Because now I have to fill it with water. And not just the easy part, I have to go up. Please work, I'm begging. The first part's done. And this bridge, I'm gonna start using like a dam. I think it makes sense. Now I need to fill all of this. Did I say I was having fun? Let's start. What? That was honestly a lot easier than I expected. Since I still have some time, I'm gonna try out a little bridge, even though I don't really know what style I'm gonna use. Something like this works. Looks a little plain. I'm gonna give it a little uphill part, just like that, and a roof. I like it. It's really cute. The next step will be to make a dam right here. Now to put some stone. Something like this should work. Now to do it again, but on the other side. And wow, it actually looks good if you put some detail in. And I'm gonna put another dam over here, but I don't know how good it's gonna be with this diagonal. But what's the harm in trying? The dam looks really good. Even though it's diagonal, it's not bad at all. With the bridge and the dams, the river looks a lot better now. Guys, I think it's time. Time to add some buildings to the village. If we cross this amazing bridge and walk through this long path, I think the first building that you could encounter should be a tavern. I'll build a diagonal door using dark oak log. For the base, I'll use stone and andesite, including a floor of sand to give the building more color and variety. And done! Here's the base of the first house, even though the abyss is a huge cube of colors. But I think once I start decorating it, it's gonna look a lot nicer. And I think the first thing is gonna be having some roof sorta like that. Something like this would suit the tavern, I think. The mangrove wood is gonna look phenomenal. A lot better. I'm gonna add some small details like the windows. And the small stable for the horses. This is what it looks like on the side, but it's missing the thing. There we go, the tavern. That actually looks like a tavern now. That is getting on my nerves, but it's fine. If you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments. These 4 fish are the only good edible things in this world. So from now on, I'm a vegan eating carrots. Which is why the next house is gonna be one where you can get food, but tasty. I think with these few details, it's gonna look really good. We have this little building that'll be the silo. This bottom floor will put all the animals. And since it's right next to an inn, so then the top floor should be a cow shop? Not sure if you get it. And now we just need some animals. Come, my sheep, get in. There you go. And some cows over here. Wait, what? What happened to my skin? Huh? Definitely wasn't on purpose. Oh, it's whatever. I have a ponytail. For the base, I've expanded this area because I've decided that I want to put another building here. Since we have a space for horses and animals, it makes sense to have at the very least a shop that fixes carts, carriages and wagons, and all that stuff. Great foundation to continue building. I want to make some doors that are like the entrance to a workshop, just like that. Also, since it's a cart shop, I think it'd be really cool to give the horses some water to drink. The top part is going to use a lot of spruce, and it's one of those things in survival mode that if you don't have, farming it is. How complicated I seem to make things, because for the roof I'm gonna use materials that I don't even have, and one of the materials that I want to use is blackstone. I'm also gonna use this really interesting block, this mud block. A little weird, don't you think? If we combine a block of mud with some wheat, you get this packed mud. Whew, sounds amazing. And now we can finish the building. This roof looks amazing, but I think it could be better. Ta-da! Now the roof has at least some variety. Combining the jungle wood and the black stone, if we see this image, and obviously ignore all the shulkers, it's already starting to look like a village. The way the houses are distributed makes it look really good. And now that I say that, really basic details, but simply adding a staircase over here, adding something you can cover the windows like curtains, a little balcony, and the chimneys makes the whole thing look a lot more interesting. One of the biggest problems with these massive projects is burnout, and it happens to so many players. So every now and then you should take a break and do something else. Something that doesn't require a lot of thinking. Here you can see me moving around the terrain so it will look a lot better. I also plan out future buildings that, as you can see, are laid out. In this time lapse I already started the market. I used a lot of materials and different colors. This way it looks a lot nicer. I'm adding 2 houses just to fill up the space. The first one will have mangrove wood because I love the block. And the second one is going to use birch wood, something that I haven't used yet in the project. This video is taking me an incredible amount of time, but I walk through here and I'm just in awe, because it honestly is worth the while. And well, to end off the main part of the village, I'm gonna build a bit of farm over here, since this area doesn't really look like a farm like I'd want it to. So I'm gonna build one over here. I'll combine the base with some tuff, with rock. I'll mix it a little bit. And right about this area, I'll use stone bricks. I'll make some 3 3x1 pillars and place oak trunks. Some fake doors over, oh wow, just a little fake, just like that. And now to make the roof using dark deep slate. Well, for this part, we're gonna use a very peculiar color. As you can see, I'm using warped planks. And it's because it's a really pretty color and it looks cubic. But if you place some panels up here and others down here, like this, you'll end up with a really nice looking roof. And to add the final touch, I'm gonna use dark prismarine. We'll put it in some random spots. And even from far, you can see the amount of color. And it's pretty much done. Almost. Gonna put some trapdoors here. And I honestly really like it this way. Maybe I can add some small detail, like these buttons. And even putting some dark wood on the sides. Bing, boom. Oh my god. He fell from the sky. My nose! A creeper just had to fall from the sky, yeah? That was something. I'm just gonna copy what I had on the other side. There we go. Now I'm gonna see how I make the pen. And here's the result of our tiny farm. The amount of things that I've made in this episode is really impressive. I really hope you're enjoying this. Now it's time to make one of the biggest changes in this area.
But you already made a bunch of houses.
But as you can see down below, my shovel is done for. And to have some variety, why don't we go on a trip to Purpland? Let's hop in. Here's my baby. I still can't believe we made this in the 3rd episode. And now for some fun. Well, now I'm good to go. Let's start. Off to work. Look at him. Okay, come over here. Okay, can you do that? No, he can pick up items. Okay, let me explain. The enemies in Minecraft have several properties, but the collectibles, if they can pick up items, they're not valuable. Why? Because I can give him the diamond helmet, and it's because of that that you can't prove that the zombie spawned in naturally. Hey, where's my helmet? There we go. So sad. But I'll keep the helmet as a memory. Let's have a recap on all the things that we've been able to accomplish so far in the video. If you remember, this is how we started the episode. The whole village was in smithereens, and now we've transformed it into a lovely neighborhood with a market, farm, tavern, workshop, stable, and by adding the crop fields, we filled the area with life. But there's still some things that we haven't finished. So how about we work on the lighthouse that I mentioned at the beginning of the video? I really like it to be in this area, so that way it actually feels like it's on a cliff. I'll make the base out of stone, and I'll combine some wood trunks with it, put this little dot on it. With this building, I really want it to feel and look old, sort of like the lighthouse has been working for many years. It's starting to look good, and obviously you can't forget the light and lighthouse. With dry leaves and eternal flames, you'll get this really cute effect from a distance. And no, the fire won't grow because it's deactivated, but it's not done. Die!
Oh my god!
Now we'll finish the roof using this dark wood. Ooh, and I think the copper is gonna look really good with this building. And I wasn't wrong. No! Oh my god! We're best friends. Look at him. Full iron with an enchanted chest and a shovel. This should be good enough. Buddy, I hope you like the box. Another from my collection. The lighthouse looks incredible. It's so cool. The village looks better every time. But I'm missing something. And that, my friends, is a windmill right in the middle of this field. Is the fun part, because now I'm gonna put all the decoration, like flowers, storage, ponds, carts, all the stuff that a real village needs. And to make the whole thing feel a lot more lively. Ta-da! It looks so different. This time I wasn't able to put as much detail as I did with my house because of a lack of time. But even just looking at the paths, you can see the amount of detail. We added a lot of storage, carts, piles of logs, areas for cultivation. In the workshop, I made a little area with the wheels, and the cart that's being fixed. There's loads of vegetations around the corners. There was even space in the middle of the town to put a little well. Over here it seems they're getting some water ready for the horses and the animals. Other people are taking their carts to the crop field, or maybe they're just using their carts to get food to the market. I've added some fences here and there, some flower banks along the way, but above anything else, the most important thing is that the whole place is lit up and therefore safe from any enemies. I really wanted to add some stuff to this area, but as I said, there wasn't any time. And besides, we've done a lot. So I hope if you really like this episode, remember that down below you have the comment section to share any ideas that you think will look really cool in this area. And don't worry, I read all of them. I think that's it. And goodbye!